Okay, we are on the highway leaving the Schenectady, Albany, Troy area. And we'll be crossing the Hudson River pretty soon and then into Massachusetts. We had a nice visit to New York, but the upstate portion is over now. It's a nice view. That's the Hudson River Valley.
You know, he said specifically he's going to follow Justice Department guidelines. That's why
and we'll be seeing the Hudson again in a few days. Down at the bottom.
Rock Hudson?
Rock Hudson.
Thing that he actually kept his
Henry Hudson.
until now. Which you certainly understand. But it's completely ridiculous. But let's be honest, if Danny Barker had done this with a Republican Congress, they would have had him hung for treason.
I don't think I took any videos of Mike's.
They just couldn't afford to have this guy sit and think behind bars, wondering, why am I taking the fall for these guys? I did what I was told to do. I was a good soldier. Nobody's standing up for me. 2.5 years in the Hooskow here. What am I going to do? I'm in my late 50s. Who wants, I mean, this is crazy.
That's a nice view.
They were afraid of the phone call back to Fitzgerald saying, you know, I now recall some of those conversations with the Vice President.
You're talking about Fox commentators. You know, I think if I was only north, I'd be worried because it's, you know, Fox only has room for one person who can't recall everything.
No. Holly's in the family.
Well, we should have done some.
What?
That picture of me at Mike's kid's wedding there.
Yeah.
And I'm with the bride. We should have had that blown up. We could have told them it was our wedding.
Yeah.
Talking about filing a charge of contempt of the White House because they can't get all the documents out of them.
The Hudson River coming up right here.
Nancy Pelosi is next on my caller, but why have they taken impeachment off the table when it's ratification? If this was my trial, that man, they would be so grounded.
If you're
We'll be seeing
going to
the Hudson
have
again down where it empties.
impeachment process, you have got to have the American people with you. You've got to have them with you. It can't be just a slight majority. I mean, you've got to have the American people with you.
We've got Ed Schultz on the radio. They're talking about the president.
There were people that
muting
wanted
Scooter
Clinton so
Libby's
bad. I mean,
sentence.
their careers were fixated on getting rid of Clinton, and that
Welcome
just
to
does
Troy.
not exist in Washington right now. Careers being fixated.
Move to, not from. We're driving through lovely Troy, New York, expecting to see Helen anytime, right? Right near here is Uncle Sam's grave. I didn't even know Uncle Sam died. How can they bury him? Well, that's nice.
It's like a driving time.
Yeah. They drive like Californians. We're climbing up again. Morris Stibbins, Miner, and Sandwich. I want a sandwich.
Give me a sandwich.
Should be leaving New York shortly. Well, we're driving through the town of Hoosick, which is what the doctor says when you go there, Hoosick. And we should be getting close to the Vermont border. Yes. The Old Dames Restaurant and Tavern. Bennington Battlefield. So we're close because it's already saying Bennington. We went there. We went there with the boys. And we went to Henning's Motor. No.
779346833. I'll be going
close.
I'm going north of the border. This is
Man
something
of
I'm
Kent.
looking forward to annually. I used to do it all the time. I don't get to do it as much as I used to do it. But there's a spot up there, Thunderbird Lodge, Walled Lake in Manitoba. It's fantastic walleye fishing. And
A lot
I
of
just can't get
trees.
enough of it. I need 3 days of that, and that's exactly what we're going to get.
About the passing of opera star Beverly Sills, so famous
Okay,
for her work
we're
with the
turning to go to Bennington. I haven't seen a sign saying that we left New York yet.
78. If you'd like to
And I live in Vermont.
No, maybe we have it.
XM 112.
I don't know.
From Consumer Reports,
I don't
light
know.
beer.
This could be it here. It's sort of
Americans now drink more light beer than any other continent. And bribing that front up recently to quench that thirst. More expensive brands like Sam Adams and Heineken have entered the fray in recent years. Market leader Anheuser-Busch, meanwhile, has expanded its premium Michelob Light line and introduced Budweiser Select, a new beer with just 99 calories.
call the college, Stevie?
Consumer Reports gathered these newcomers
Or the
together
school, or whatever the hell he had to do?
I
I would advise
Our
it.
experts put their trained talents to work. They saw no bottles, no
phone
cans, no labels. All they got was sample after sample, straight from the fridge.
do it right after you get to
Vermont.
Vermont, 'cause,
Overall, our experts found
Then you
test
can
the
say
light
you're in
beers
Vermont.
were similar in quality to their low-calorie brethren, but with a
Here it
less-
is.
There it is, right here.
6 were
No, it's
better
New
than
Hampshire. You can take your
Michelob,
seatbelt off.
Amber, Light,
I think I
and
might see about that.
Green Mountain State.
Budweiser
We're
Select,
here.
and Coors Light in a
We're in
can.
Vermont.
Bud Light and Miller Lite were very good as well, though they fell a notch below the
Oh, I
best
took out my
because of
seatbelt.
life's hustle.
Well, we're in Brattleboro, Vermont, the last town before we leave the state and go into New Hampshire. We stopped at the 100-mile View gift shop and whatever, and bought some things, including some Vermont maple syrup, of course. Even got some for Martha. She had bought us some before. So we're traveling through this town, and we should be leaving the state very
Gas
shortly.
is a little cheaper.
Yeah, we just saw a Gulf gas station. I must have, we must be
288.
living in the past. 288, that's great. It's as cheap as I've seen it for gas.
There's the Village Green. Look at that.
Yeah, that's Village Green.
Brian Todd, thank you so much. And coming up, President Bush is defending his decision to keep Scarletti out of prison, although the decision helped hurt the GOP. That's large right exception. And a sometime Republican airborne in the side of the White House, Senator William Strickler has assured those a big picture.
Stevie's in the back watching the Patriot. I guess we reminded him that he hadn't seen the end of it when we were talking about Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys.
Melrose Street.
Melrose. Should be Melrose Place.
Melrose right there. For rent. You can rent that place. Look at
Yeah. Except you'd have to live here.
I'd have to get a job here, right?
Somebody would.
Yeah. They have a job.
Travel information at Covered Bridge. Going through a covered bridge.
I don't think we're downtown yet. Maybe we don't go down.
Now we're coming into the town.
This goes right across the bridge. I think.
There's a covered bridge right there. I don't think that's the only one we're going to see on this trip.
We don't want to go to US 5 South. You go straight ahead. It says bypass up there.
I changed the page. 119 is the one we want once we're across the
I
border.
know, but it says you can go just north of it and bypass it.
No. Hey, I think we can handle the traffic in town.
This is a nice looking town. It's a good sized town. good sized town, Stevie.
Exit 175.
Homeopathy. Does that mean for gay people?
Yeah.
A little humor. You like it. See that little girl is down.
No, I didn't.
Little girl is wheeling. So pretty.
Yeah, we're going downtown. It has a whole new interpretation of the term.
Where is
Even though it says Midtown Mall.
Where does it go? To the right? 9 south, right? Is that where
I guess we're going south.
to 119?
Yeah.
Benjamin, nothing will replace your sons. But if you come with us, we can justify.
I already changed it to Massachusetts.
We're not going into Massachusetts, though.
We will be after we go to New Hampshire.
Well, then you should go to New Hampshire. Look at this guy. Yes, I don't know what the fuck else he would be.
Annual July 3rd concert. That's today.
We're south.
And the costs compare. Benjamin.
I was trying to get to New Hampshire. He just grabbed it from me.
In which Mr. Bush had raised objections and it concluded that in 6 of those 19 cases, or just under 1/3 of them, they weren't carried out under the law. Suzanne. Thank you, Andrew.
This is the state that Joe Lieberman's from,
This?
isn't it? No, he's Connecticut. So who is it that's from Vermont? The other guy
Oh,
that
here it is. Here's the border.
is the border.
Went to basic training for 12 weeks.
Now look at
Came out
the yellows.
a soldier. And we've been there for how many years? And there's still not
Riverview
There it
Cafe.
is. We're going into New Hampshire.
Mister considers herself on the right and shared this
Here's
children and
Turn your right off.
no. I thought you wanted to put it on because New Hampshire you don't need to wear a seatbelt.
No more people telling us what to do.
town hall about her.
Okay, now look at it and see where we go. Oh, look at
Wow, I can't yet. I have to take a picture
it.
here.
The Granite State. Buckle up, under age 18. Oh, let's us out.
So we're in the Granite State right now. I don't know what river this is, but it's a wide one.
We're greeted by a warm.
Yeah,
Where's 119 go?
hang on. It goes all the way down the river. Let me.
We don't want to take it as
I know. I will check in just a minute if you wait. That's kind of a small Walmart.
We've seen all the candidates saying they would end the war now.
Hinsdale.
different here.
Candidates are not.
Hey, there's a New Hampshire liquor store 2 miles ahead. See? That's for us. Well, we're almost done with our short stay in New Hampshire. We came in and I must be allergic to it. Came in and stopped at a fireworks store so that my little boys could all buy their fireworks. Now we're going through Winchester and we'll be going into Massachusetts within a few miles. Like the same scenery as in Vermont.
Smaller road.
Yeah.
Hey, here it
Yeah,
is.
look at the sign. Here we go.
Entering
Warwick.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
1763. We're in Mass, Stevie. All right. Right, dude?
Is your movie over?
Yeah, just got over with.
Just got over here while you're entering the cradle of democracy or something.
I thought Philadelphia was a cradle of democracy.
My people are the ones that made this free for you. They made sure that your people could have freedom.
Yeah, they settled here and made sure nobody else could have any freedom except them.
They said that this is the place.
This is a place for us wacko pilgrims, all the Puritans to settle.
They're pure
And
blood.
make sure that we, call everybody else a witch. It doesn't believe what we
My
believe.
people had nothing to do with that.
Oh,
My
yeah.
people are Muslims.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at this guy moving. He's moving and moving.
Well, I'll film more later when we see something besides trees and road. I wasn't going to take any more pictures of trees in the road, but this is so wooded.
It's so wooded and so
Woody,
canopied.
yes. But it's actually rather interesting.
Now we get to the clearing.
Yeah, now we're in the clearing and it looks just like everything else.
Morning, attack dog.
Attack dogs.
We got to get that for the peanut dog at our house.
Peanut is an attack dog. You mean
Morning.
Dot.
Attack peanut.
An attack Dot.
Arborific. We're almost there, Stevie.
Almost where? Almost where?
Almost to some more trees.
Yeah.
Old engine.
Old engine.
I thought they got rid of all the engines around here.
Yeah. They killed all the engines.
There's a solar panel that our people put up 300 years ago.
Our people didn't have to take any shit from these idiots. Our people said,
We're in Ethel, Massachusetts. It's kind of interesting because it does seem to have a factory, a tool company factory, and also had waterfalls on the river and a detour. I don't think there's many cars coming since it's closed.
that's where we should have gone
Yes.
straight through to.
Yes, we had a detour, so we got a sightseeing tour of the town. We're headed south to the land of the whites,
That's not Indianapolis.
the white country. Nobody would ever confuse it with Indianapolis. Nice little house. Oh, that's for sale. Historical Society.
Apartments.
Is it the Lauriston Apartments?
Nice places. Is there any babes here? Are you checking them out? Stagecoach stuff.
Oh, look at there's the band shell, the gazebo in the park. I don't know how you get up there.
Stop for pedestrian.
Well, here we are in Barre, Massachusetts. There is no place to stay. They said there's some bed and breakfast, and that's it. Gas station doesn't have a restroom. This pizza restaurant here doesn't have a restroom. Nobody has any public restrooms. So we're going to the Dunkin' Donuts down the street, because they said that might be a place where there's a restroom. So we're getting in the van, and we're going to leave Barre, I guess.
We would like to find.
Here's Mom
Yes,
talking
it
on the
is.
phone. We're almost at a disc.
Oh,
But-
hi, how are you?
This sounds like Mom's talking to somebody.
Right now. We haven't gotten to Hardwick yet. They opened up.
That right there is a church that's playing Our Friend in Jesus or something like that with bells. And it just got done, but it's been playing for like past 5 minutes. Let's see. Dad is abandoning us.
the hell is that? I don't even know what all these buildings look important, but I don't know what any of them do. Looks monumental. This over here is what they call the Commons.
We found
And they got a liquor store and a crappy pizza place.
I can't remember. It was a different way of spelling it. It was
And the
like
fax machine. That's the town fax machine.
or something. They had the T and the S backwards. And
That place doesn't have a public bathroom, and neither does that place. And there are some real Massachusetts. There's the Vanstead. And there's another cross. There are freaking churches everywhere out here. Oh, and this right here, we just came out of here. It's the Historical Society. And it's built in a Greek style by some guy in the 1830s. This band was built in 1762 in also a classical Greek style. It was bought by the Adamses in 1771. Okay. Not a whole lot. I guess they're taking off and I'm gonna go follow them.
well, it's about time that we head over to Hardwick. Yes. Let her know we're getting ready to go and ask her about buying one of those coffee mugs.
Oh, yeah.
And where I can throw this trash away.
Oh, hi. My wife wants, we're going to get going here.
Okay.
She's got some trash.
Trash that needs...
Oh yeah, just give it to me. I'll take it right now.
Okay, there's a plastic bottle in here. I don't know if you collect...
Coffee mug.
Yep, they're out on the desk. How many do you want?
Oh, just one is fine, yeah. How much are they? $4. Oh, do you have it on you, or should I go get some money?
Let me see. I might have it right on me here.
I took all the change that you left on the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
table.
I have 3 ones.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
And some change?
I don't have any change. You just
I
said
do.
it.
I have
took
it.
the change. Have you got $1 in change?
I might. Yeah. Here.
Okay.
I have my hands full.
Okay. We may have to count
Hang
out the
on.
change, but
That's
we got
all right. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Okay. There's the 3.
Great.
There you
It's
go.
wonderful.
Brand new one.
Okay.
Good.
25, 50, 75, $1.
There you go.
There's a kitty. This cat's 14 years old, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
We should be so lucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Still, can she catch the mice?
Oh, she's a great hunter. She's one of the best hunters we've ever had on the farm.
Even when I'm...
She's still a great hunter. Oh, yeah.
Because they smell them.
Yeah, we gotta get
Yeah.
out of here. You know, I always say just leave right before they throw. You know, that's what my motto was when I was out drinking. Get out of here just before they throw me out. Oh, I just talked to my cousin in Woodstock or whatever.
Well, I've heard of, but I don't know if the Little West.
Here we are. Here we are. We finally found Hardwick after driving in circles from Barry because the bridge was being reconstructed, and we're at the Hardwick Townhouse. And it looks like an old building. I don't see any. Oh, 1837 it says right there on that thing. See? 1837. And next to it is a cemetery. And this is where Debbie, cousin Debbie, who called us this morning, told us to make sure we came and looked in the cemetery.
What did they tell us about New Braintree?
And Stevie's putting his computer away, and he's going to get out of the car and join us as we go hunting for white family members.
These look at these, you can still read these.
Yeah. Yeah, those graves go all the way back. Hello, people. Forgive me for walking on your graves. Yes, isn't it behind your dad's seat?
Is it?
I think so. Lucy, a lot of Lucys. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off right now while we scout around for the graves. Long. David found somebody named White. So I'm going over that way. David found the grave of David and Suzanne White. David died in 1784 at age 74. He was the first preacher in Hardwick, and he was the preacher here for 48 years. I don't think that has any connection to Dave's direct line, but it's a White. Let's keep looking here. Stevie's reading a headstone.
Made by Samuel
This is
in Renton.
This guy is Captain Ebenezer Cox, no relation, I don't think, who died in March ye 2nd, 1768, in ye 42nd year of his age, and it's all written in that old English writing.
And he died for king and country.
Yes, he died for king and country because obviously the Revolutionary War was still some years off. But I found something. As we were walking past this tree, I thought, Dave said, this tree's been here for a long time, and I'm thinking, yeah, it probably pushed up somebody's grave, and I looked down and there's a bone, which could be an animal bone, but Stevie said it in the...
I'm going to take it home for Dot. I think Dot will appreciate
yeah,
this.
I think it's very old, whatever it is.
It's got chewing marks on it.
Somebody's been chewing on it?
Scrapes.
Let me take a still picture of this too. So this is Hardwick, Massachusetts. The starting place of Lauriston. I don't know, nothing looks like it's open here. And the ending place to Lauriston's predecessors. There's the general store. We're in the commons here. We have seen practically no people since we left Barry. You'd think on the 4th of July there'd be something going on. What?
They're going to that other cemetery in Barry, the old one.
There weren't any of your people there.
I thought there was another one, they said.
We feel like we're in the episode of The Twilight Zone where there are no people in the town. It's a beautiful little town, but there's no people. I'm walking across the commons over to the, read the signpost. A car. Somebody actually driving. There's Dave. That's the road we came up. And there's the town hall. This is about Ruggles. I'm going to go read it. Brigadier General Timothy Ruggles, 1711 to 1797. He arrived in Hardwick. That was probably before the Whites moved here. Interesting. Okay, we are now in Ware, which is down the road from Hardwick, and we have found another old cemetery. We asked at the Janine's Frosty, where we stopped for, I had fish and Dave had a salmon burger. Stevie had a salad. This is an old one. People that died in the 1700s. So we're going to walk around and see if we find any whites. Well, the old cemetery in Ware has been interesting, but it revealed nobody with a name we recognized in the family. There's somebody, Breckenridge, a lot of them here, who died in 1828. Gee, July 11th. Almost the date now. We're the 4th of July. And we're standing out in the rain. Sproul. Why? It's pretty. But a disappointment that we drove here and found nothing. I mean, nothing related to us. Bar. So Dave is out there hiking around. A lot of people who died in the 1700s. This was obviously something for the Reeds that was later. I mean, the date of death was September 1838, but that monument wasn't. Well, after scouting through the cemetery, Dave found some raspberries, wild raspberries.
Blackberries.
Blackberries? They're not black though. Maybe there's a couple of black ones. Watch out for poison ivy. Aha. Stevie's the brave one.
I did the honors of that one's almost right.
Almost ready. Well, whoops. Hey Stevie, watch out, there's a car coming.
Back up.
Okay. Oh man, I got dirt, mud all over the thing. Whoops, I'm still recording. Other cemetery. This one is in, where is it? I'm totally lost. It's not New Braintree. It's something like that. I'll get it right later. And we're looking through this cemetery, but it's huge. No whites, but some greens. Dave went over to that section over there. Uh-oh, my battery's getting ready to go. Well, I better turn it off for right now. Okay, this is in Brookfield. I just remembered because I saw something on a headstone that reminded me. So, I haven't heard Dave shouting that he found anything. I haven't found any names except Howes. I'm not even sure how they're related. So, maybe this is just another interesting but lost cause. Here we are in Salem, Massachusetts. It's raining. We didn't get to go to Boston to see the fireworks like I wanted. After driving here, we weren't going to drive back. Traffic was terrible. This is the hotel we're staying at. They got a screw job, Royal. We had a coupon in the coupon book for $49 for 3 people. But they said, of course, that wasn't applicable on holiday. Look at all the empty parking spaces. It's not like that they have a waiting list to get in. Stevie went running. It's 8 o'clock. And they're setting off fireworks somewhere real close by because something just came over by the hotel. The Clipper Ship Inn. You know, it's not a bad hotel, but I mean, we're right underneath the high power lines. And it cost us $131 with the tax. And a grouchy old man running it. So they're probably somewhere right over there on the other side of the trees. But the sky and the air is full of the smoke from them. Dave's complaining how cold he is in the room. I'm not even cold outside. It is chilly, but not cold. Oh, there's something that went up in the air. And we can't figure out how to turn the heat up in the room, which is okay with me, but just gives Dave something else to complain about. Since we're already kind of in a grouchy mood about this place. They have no wireless internet service, and they charge 50 cents a phone call to make local calls. And I told him I didn't want phone service. Because who knows if I could even get another wall connection. Okay, now that I'm pointed in the direction, they're not shooting them off anymore. But it is raining.
Mama has to eat.
Hi.
You know, he's just very reserved. He's like, there ain't nowhere to park around.
Well, we're stuck in traffic in Salem.
Well,
But at least we have some fireworks to look at while we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of like we got a good parking spot with the fireworks. Think of it that way. Think of it in the terms that we got a good parking spot with fireworks.
Yeah. They got crazy people walking all over the street.
Look at this guy's doing. I think this guy's...
It's Wharf Street.
Yeah,
He's just turning around is all he's doing.
That's all right. We'll go down there.
There's people crossing the driveway.
I got my window open. Shit.
This sucks bad. Well, it's kind of cool because we can see the fireworks. We can see the fireworks. Go through there, through the bank, right?
Somebody behind me, right?
Yeah.
They go here. Is he going somewhere?
I don't think he knows.
Trying to get his window cleaned off.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Oh, they're probably Cape Verde. Okay. You want to go this way?
Wherever you want to go to get out. If you look out your window over there, you can probably see it better than you can. They're turning, trying to get out of here. The Regatta Pub.
Just drop me off here. I'll be here all night.
Yeah. Hey, there's people in the pub.
You can't go any further down there, that's for sure. Because the traffic is stopped.
You should go straight ahead, but that's it. You can't turn. They got the roadblocks up. You can see them in the window reflection.
Go down there. Then you guys stopped here.
Maybe that was the finale. I don't hear anything else going. Yeah, do not enter on that street.
Well, we can enter here, right?
These streets are all fucked up.
They're still
Shit! Anybody crossing?
Nope, nobody's crossing. Well, the fireworks have set off the car alarm.
Psychic studio.
That's what I want to see, a psychic studio.
I want to get something to eat.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much of a chance of
Get
that.
something to drink.
We can
We have to do that.
turn right here and maybe,
Turn right here. Really?
I don't know. We already went that way. We know there's no restaurants that way.
Can you turn right here? One way, is it?
I hope not. There's a double line there.
Yeah, let's go down here.
All right.
Yeah, even though we're not laughing at it.
Yeah. Because you get the feeling of it going boom, boom, boom. I don't think there's going to be any place to park down here either.
No. We're just driving around, aren't we? Is
Yep.
that what we're doing?
Yep.
I mean, is it?
Yeah, right there.
There, yeah.
That's badass.
Right in the church.
That is freaking badass. No, I want a picture of that like at night with a red light.
Yeah. Well, I got a picture on the camera. I don't know how good it's going to come out.
Oh man, that is freaking sweet.
Oh, you can see some of it over there through the trees. It's pretty good. Oh, I think our hotel would have been just as close.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to the second story.
1A that way.
If you park here.
That looks really cool.
That's across the bay towards,
Here, what about this? Can
Alright.
we get in here?
Yeah.
yes,
Nice size.
yes, just don't drive too far ahead or you'll go in the bay.
Just look
You're
at the...
fine, you got lots of room on this side.
Jesus Christ.
You got plenty of room, Dad. I don't know what you're tripping about. We told you that.
There's the bay. Okay. Can we get to it now? Okay, how are we back there?
We're good.
You're fine.
Can they get out?
Yes. Oh, foggy or
smoke or
smoky. I think it's smoke.
I think it's smoke.
Please roll your window up.
I can't roll it up. You turned the car off.
Well, please roll the window up. Now that I've got it there. Now roll it up. Thank you. Good. Shut the door.
Okay, now that I'm zooming in on nothing.
It's all smoke.
Stuff over there. Yeah. Don't go too far.
Yes, you can see it like.
Oh yeah, you can sort of see it through
You
the
can see it from
tree.
here. Stand over here.
Yeah, well,
Very good.
yeah. Don't go down any farther, you'll fall.
Oh, I'm gonna dive right here.
Well, there's a lot of rocks
I'm
down
gonna
there.
dive, actually. I'm gonna dive in there.
Well, I can't really. Okay, we're getting a little bit more view. So I guess I could make it. Oh yeah. Huh? In the back.
In the back.
We're over behind the sandwich shop here. There. Yeah, these fireworks do go on forever. Getting wet. This must be the finale. Stevie's down there, he's got a good view from down in the ditch on the shore. Nice big oil tank. So, we are at the burying point in Salem.
Doesn't say.
1637.
Let me get back here.
So we have another cemetery to look through. Here in the Burying Point Cemetery in Salem, there's headstones for John White and his wife Abigail, but they didn't die until the late 1700s. There's Henry White over here, the son of Captain Henry, and Phoebe White, who died September 16, 1778. Yes, I did. Here's Lawrence's. Anna Lawrence was your great-great-great-grandmother.
Oh, now you're telling me. Gee, I didn't know that.
These died in the late 1700s. So.
Anna Lawrence?
Yes.
I might have seen it. I didn't know I was looking for it.
You would have been looking for Anna White. I'm gonna walk through and see if we see any other whites.
Alright, here we are. We're still in the cemetery, and I just want to get a shot of this tree because it's freaking badass. It is sweet. There's like another one over there too. These trees are bad. Tell me that's not cool. It's probably the thickest tree I think I've ever seen. Trying to get an idea of how thick it is.
Okay, with my last 4 minutes here, we are videotaping going into Boston. And we're going to be going in the tunnel there, the Big Dig. So,
I don't know if they have a timer stops up. It hasn't stopped up yet. I'm very surprised. We're almost downtown.
well, there's the Celtics, or the Celtics. This is the Big Dig.
It's the Big Dig.
It's the big deal. This is the Thomas P. O'Neill Jr. Tunnel.
Can't see ahead of you.
Where am I going?
We don't want to exit, so hopefully you're... This thing took 20 years to build.
The Big Dig.
I don't know what that sign just said.
Listen, don't let them things fall on you. The lady was driving and the thing fell in her and killed her.
Oh, it killed her?
Ceiling tile, or panel.
Down in the Big Dig.
This was within the last year. They had to close it for a long time to fix it.
They hate it. They hate the Big Dig. Billions of dollars. The guys.
I see a light at the end of the tunnel, which is good because I'm dying of carbon monoxide fumes. Of course, the rate this traffic's going, it might take a while.
I always try to keep to the left.
Want me to get to the left?
Oh, if you can, sure, all the while.
Watch
I mean,
the car in front of you.
You know, I always just drive to the left.
Well, here's downtown Boston. This is the second time we've been through Boston, and we still have never gotten out of the car here.
To Boston in the winter.
The Boston Herald newspaper, and more freeways, or whatever they call them here. Well, needless to say, we're back at Plymouth Rock again after 13 years. Maybe Dave is going to go down like he did before, but hopefully not fall this time. I don't know. You were over there last time when you fell down. Yeah, you're on the other side. There's Stevie. Stevie's trying to break in and vandalize the rock. I'm going to be the one that falls this time because I'm not watching where I'm going. There's the Pilgrim Hall Museum, but I think we're suffering from the same problem we did last time we were here. We got here too late. Everything's closed. We went to Plymouth Plantation and got there 4 minutes before it closed. All we got to do was go in the gift shop. The wind is certainly blowing here. And that's up in that far distance, if I can zoom in, it was a Mayflower II. This is its 50th anniversary since it was built. I'll get another view of it later. Are you guys trying to break in or break out?
There's a picture of me in my younger days.
Yeah. Yes. This will match the other one. There's the rock again. Plymouth Rock, landing place of the Pilgrims. Let's see, I'll zoom in on that. 1620. Oh, Memorial Park. The original base of the rock sat within a busy wharf in 1855. The rock was swept off from time to time and hammered and chiseled, were reportedly kept nearby for souvenir seekers. In 1867, they constructed a Gothic revival canopy over it. And this portico here was constructed in 1920. The two halves of the rock are stabilized. I guess it's broken in half. And there are the souvenir hunters. And there's land across there. Because I see houses. What little slip of land that is. Well, Dave and Stevie stopped the people doing the ghost cemetery tours, and they're still talking to them, so I decided I'd walk over and get pictures of the Mayflower II. There's a tour guy over here giving a little talk about it. But the actual tours of the ship, they stopped those at 5. So I'll just have a seat here and wait for them to catch up. No, go ahead. Go ahead. This is 50 years old. They're celebrating their anniversary of having that replica. Dave and Stevie have joined me. We're now on the pier. Mayflower II. I can't imagine riding on that thing across the water. For how long were they on the ship?
Awful.
Yeah.
A couple months.
Yeah.
Probably like maybe 1.5 times as big as our house, is it? Or is it bigger?
How
Probably.
many people are on it?
120.
120.
We're walking out on the pier. The Mayflower II is to the right of us. And harbor cruises are to the left. What?
You know what he said?
Who?
That's what he said.
What?
I said there was an owl. You know what he said? And
Oh,
you said,
who?
I said that's what he said. It sounded like Evan Costello. Who? You heard the owl in there, Stevie? You can't hear it. You know what he's saying? Who? Who? Who's that first? I don't know what's that second. Oh, look at no, the bird.
That's a workout.
Huh?
Quite a workout.
Yeah. Kayaking?
They know they can get away from us.
This is Burial Hill in Plymouth. And we know John Howland is buried here. But where he's buried, I don't know. So we're going to be looking around and try to find him. Or anybody else who has a name we recognize from our family. Here's another Bathsheba. Not Basha though. Bathsheba Bradford. These are newer.
Anna White. Joanna White.
When did they die?
Savory. Who was that?
1810 though.
Wasn't there a Savory?
Not that I've ever seen.
Who said there was a Savory? Somebody just told us that, Sue. That guy told me that. Whites and Savories.
Yeah.
That guy told me that.
These whites are in the 1800s.
Yeah,
Well, that's
but I was
17. There's a Cooper, Joseph Cooper. Died in 1851 at age 82 years. Speed.
And action. Uh-oh.
Oh, we still got fireworks.
Stevie, get over here. Get in back
There's
of our ancestor
There's
here.
yes, the Howland ancestry.
This is Howland.
I'll
This
read
is
what it
John.
says here. It says, here ended the pilgrimage of John Howland, who died February 23rd, 1672, aged above 80 years. He married Elizabeth, daughter of John Tilley, who came with him in the Mayflower, December 1620. From them are descended a numerous posterity.
Me and Stevie.
He was a godly man and an ancient professor in the ways of Christ. He was one of the first, hang on, let me zoom this in. This isn't coming through very well. He was one of the first comers into this land and was the last man that was left of those that came over in the ship called the Mayflower that lived in Plymouth. And it's signed by, it says Plymouth Records underneath.
Here he is.
So
here's our latest descendant of, well, he
That's
might not be
right.
the latest one, but
that's
he's
right.
the youngest one we got.
So
Here's John. If John had not,
if he'd fallen off that boat and hadn't caught the rope.
You should show him dangling in the water down here.
Yeah,
if he hadn't held on to that, we wouldn't be here.
that's right.
You'd have had to get another husband, Sue.
Which this isn't the original tombstone then.
No, but it was replaced later because his fell apart.
Everything falls apart.
But it's still, that's an old one.
Yeah, this looks like something.
See, you know it was done after the mid 1700s because they have 1672-3 on there because that was in the old year, the old style. New Year's Day was the first day of spring.
Hey, don't give me that stuff. What do you think this is, a Jewish calendar?
Yeah. So
Here we are.
Now that's the oldest one we've seen.
Chipman? Where's she?
He's got an English flag.
That's right.
Then you know we're Americans.
Well, you know what? He never lived under an American flag.
He never did get to live under.
That's right. I had to get a shot at the footstone because it's the only thing that shows that Elizabeth is buried there. It says J.H. and E.H. So that'd be Elizabeth Tilley. Because the big memorial acts like John was the only one that had anything to do with these people being buried here.
Yeah, but, you know, Elizabeth didn't fall off the boat like John did.
No, she just probably had 100 kids.
Yeah. Well, she had a bunch of them.
That thing that the bridge goes over, is that a river?
It's probably where the river empties into the ocean.
There is a river though?
That's probably why the name of the town is Fall River. We're about ready to leave Massachusetts. Go to Rhode Island.
I'm tired of Massachusetts. We're on our way back home.
Please follow the road for 17 miles.
17 yards. I think we could be in LA. Wyoming, Rhode Island? Or Moscow, Wyoming.
There's the ocean out there.
It's pretty cool.
It's kind of choppy, foggy.
I want to go get some New England clam chowder.
You want some chowder?
I want some New England clam chowder. I want to eat it while I look at the fog.
Some Rhode Island clam chowder.
Yeah.
See, this is where the water's clean before it gets down to New York.
Yeah. Well, we're getting close here. Here. Watch this car
it's
coming
getting
in.
foggy. It's getting foggy, yeah.
Welcome to Jefferson. Yeah, that's Rhode Island.
I didn't see the Welcome to Rhode Island sign,
All right, 24.
but the road got better.
Yeah.
So we're in Rhode Island, but they didn't welcome us.
Okay, now we're out of Rhode Island. We're in Connecticut now. That was fun.
It was quick, yeah.
We drove across at its widest point. It's got a gas station. It's got a gas station and let's see. An
Now we're going to be going over the bridge pretty soon, and I'll turn the film back on then. Welcome to Rhode Island, the ocean state.
Yeah.
Okay, finally.
The suburb of Boston. It's getting foggy. So I guess
Little Compton, we're coming to Little Compton.
Straight out of Compton.
Oh man, I thought we were farther away from California than that. That's the people that came from the West Coast that felt homesick.
yeah,
Like Little Italy, Little Japan, Little China.
Little Compton. Where's Little Watts?
Yeah.
Cliff would want to go to Little Watts.
This freeway will be down. So this is,
Bay in the river.
It's a huge bay. Look how deep that bay.
Yeah.
Is that a bay?
Yeah.
How deep is that bay? I
I
can't
don't
see
know,
across
it's big. You don't mean deep, but how big is it?
Look at that.
Another bridge over there.
Are we going on that bridge?
I don't know. be.
There's Rhode Island out there.
Yeah, that little tiny island out there is Rhode Island. A little island.
Rhode Island.
We're at the Touro Synagogue in Newport, the oldest synagogue in the United States. And we just went in for the lecture. Nice to see the inside. There's David coming out. And Stephen. Heading in the yarmulke. It's a nice shirt to wear today, Stevie, here.
Isn't it?
I said it was a nice shirt for Stevie to wear. I want to go back inside here and pick something up. So that was interesting that the people that kept it going all those years that it was closed down were the Goulds. And they were...
painted the thing.
I thought he said Howland, I wasn't sure. But anyway, they said the Goulds were Quakers.
I don't know if they're Quakers, but they came to repair the Jewish cemetery.
Vice President of the Society of Friends.
Sure.
Oh, the Friends of the Touro Synagogue. Hang on a minute, I want to go in here. This goes back to Broadway. Back into town.
We'll go here. We'll drive by it at least.
We're going to see the beach in Newport. So is this Newport Beach?
I don't know.
It looks a little red. Doesn't the water look red? Well, Stevie, you're at the beach. Yeah. Get out that surfboard. Okay, where did Adams go? Back to the van. Oh, there he is. There he comes. Hey, this water looks red. Must be the Newport mansions down there. They're not. They ought to be. Fuzzy here. I don't think I'm getting anything here. Now just to see where I am. Oh, I'm running out of battery. There's Stevie out there in the water. trying to catch a wave.
Close and afraid.
That's good.
What is this? Delay in payment. That's your Richard Land.
We're waiting for some more information or something.
What do they need it from me?
Not that I know of.
So should I call Richard Land?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's on your medical card, isn't it? Getting ready to cross a toll bridge.
And this is long before out of it.
It's so cool here, isn't it?
Oh, it's so cool, man. It's cool. Or a hotel or something. They toll in 2 miles. So is that how long the bridge is? 2 miles? Maybe it was an ancient lighthouse or something.
I can see the chickens going.
Yeah, here's where the road narrows.
That island.
It's out to sea. Yep.
I wonder who lives there.
I don't know, but my battery's dying on this thing.
Well, you're not going to have be able to...
Well, we're ending our visit to Rhode Island. Headed west.
Look at that guy's ass. Whoa, look at that.
And we should be leaving the state in a very short time and going into Connecticut. I think we're within about 2 miles. The last exit of Rhode Island. Get a nice visit to the beach in Newport. This has been a nice ride since then. We're on Interstate 95 headed south.
Stevie, here it is. I think we're almost there.
We're pretty close.
This is the last exit.
1 mile to go.
2 more. Stevie is carrying the water on him all the way into Connecticut.
He's taking some Rhode Island sand with him. And some Rhode Island seaweed. Even though he rinsed off, he didn't get the stuff out of his hair.
Exit 1 and exit 93. That's how long it is, the whole state.
Border should be right up here then. See the sign? I see the sign coming up.
There's a signpost.
It's hiding behind the tree.
There it is.
There it is. Connecticut. Whoops.
You go to North Stonington. You get stolen.
Stone. Yes. TNT Fireworks Superstore.
Foxwoods, it just.
What did it say about Foxwoods?
Jewish War Veterans Memorial Island. All right.
Well, we were getting ready to leave Connecticut. We had a wonderful lunch at the Mohegan Sun. But now it's time to get into New York. We've got less than 2 miles to go. And Stevie's driving. Dave is pooped for being so busy today. He's watching TV in the back. I think we're in New York. If this is the Portchester exit. I think this is New York.
Please keep to the left. Just 95 for south.
sign. There's the sign, and I'm not going to see it for the truck here. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Entering the Hudson River Valley.
Please keep to the left and follow Interstate 95 south.
The camera bounces all over the place when I'm trying to, trying to film it. The car bounces and then the camera bounces.
Please follow the road for 15 miles.
Starting to rain again. The traffic is slowing down. What?
So it's just getting to be the brightest we got all day.
Yeah.
Now it's raining.
We're going through Ed Sullivan's hometown, Portchester. Yeah.
They say that
No, I remember him talking about it. Because I always thought it was Portchester. And he pronounced it Portchester. Slowing down. It's raining and now I can't see out the windshield very well, so I'm going to turn this off. Perfect music for driving through this intense rainstorm. All of a sudden it stopped. Well, that was weird. It's like we totally drove out of this powerful rainstorm.
Are those projects or apartments?
Probably projects. Just about. We're probably coming into the Bronx. It looks like it hadn't even rained here. There's not even any water on the ground.
Just that one cloud.
Wow. Now 2.6 miles, we do something else here.
What is that?
Huh?
What is that?
I don't know. Either something joins us or we join something.
Let me see the map.
Right here. Yeah, we probably just came into the Bronx. I'm getting money out. I don't know how much it's going to cost for the toll. Okay, we're coming up to exit 9. We're coming up to exit 9. Keep to the right.
And follow Interstate 95 south.
95 south in 2 miles. We're staying on 95, but it goes to the right. Is this the Ann Hutchinson Parkway? Well, we're in the Bronx, New York right now. We are headed for the George Washington Bridge to go into New Jersey. That was a short visit to New York this time. But we will be spending time in New Jersey tomorrow. I mean, New York tomorrow. Look, they got the train up there, the L. Hey. Is that the A train? And a McDonald's on every corner. You know, I worked with a guy who was from the Bronx, and he said it wasn't nearly as bad as Staten Island was. Staten Island was bad. Ghetto, yeah. Where he lived. We're in a tunnel, and I don't know what we're under the L, so maybe it's not as elevated as it looks.
Sounds like it's built 200 years ago.
Yeah. White Plains Road over us. Take the exit left. It doesn't say that, but here it says 3 miles.
Virginia.
The truck in front of us. Okay, we're getting close to the bridge. Yankee Stadium, exit 1C. Yeah, stay on I-25 south. There's the Yeshiva University up there. To the right. Now it says keep to the right and 2,400 feet.
Fucking.
Well, when they say keep to the left and to the right, it doesn't necessarily mean the right lane or the left lane. It means don't be in one lane or don't be in the other lane. Yeah, stay in the middle, then you're probably okay.
Over the bridge.
Yeah. Best route for cars.
Fucking piece of shit can let me in or what?
No, he's old Chinese.
Welcome to Manhattan.
How are we? Oh yeah, because we're out of the Bronx. We're in Manhattan.
Maybe you should open the door and throw up.
What?
Maybe you should open the door and throw up.
Why? Now we're in Jersey.
We're not in New Jersey yet. We're in Manhattan. Going over the bridge. The George Washington Bridge. Last exit in New York. I guess we're on our way to New Jersey now. This is 30 miles an hour here. There, the Hudson River.
It is. My people settled there. My people are right there.
They're long gone.
Just breathe some of them in.
Oh, that looks better than the projects back there. Those are probably very high-priced apartments. What? We're on the 95 South. We're fine. Now we're in a tunnel. We're on a bridge, then we're in a tunnel. We're on a bridge, we're in a tunnel.
And we're in a slum.
And we're in another slum. Coming into Fort Lee, New Jersey. Right 2 lanes are 95 and 80, so you're fine. I wonder where the toll booth is. Oh, up here?
What does he do?
I don't know.
Gonna listen.
Just keep to the right. Palisades Park. Down at Palisades Park.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
South.
What is that?
South.
Oh, we just, yes. Hold on. Just hold on.
Jeez, who is it? He keeps saying hold on to it. Watch out, truck. I'm waiting for the sign that says we're in New Jersey, even though I know we're in New Jersey.
They didn't have one. People come and go from here all the time.
Yeah.
So he did get married. He didn't wait until the 7-7. He got married in Vegas?
Well, you just have to take my word for it. We're in New Jersey. We're in New York City. We just got out of the train from Jersey City. 6th Avenue and West 32nd Street, Avenue of the Americas.
Where are we going? Let me see. Number one. That's West 32nd. West 34th. So do you want to go up by the Empire State Building?
Yeah, let's go up by the Empire State. Both. Let's go this way.
Yeah. Your best bet to get some. You want to get a slice of pizza or something? Spinach pie? What do you want?
I want pizza.
He wants a pizza.
So where's that at? Put that thing around your neck.
Yeah. Here we are in Times Square, New York City, and Dave has managed to find somebody to talk to again. Paramount Theater. Now the Hard Rock. Lion King is down there. So what do you think, Stevie? A lot of stuff, huh? But City Worth. Yeah, where? There's the Times Square station over there. Well, what did he say?
He's not from here.
Oh.
He's from Philly. You know, I want to ask a cop if there's a police station. I want to ask him where the Tango Palace is. Think they would know?
I don't know.
Well, who the fuck else would? Who would know? This don't even look.
What the hell is Reuters anyway?
Huh?
Reuters is like
There's an old guy. Look at this guy with a nutso. What? Maybe this
Reuters, yeah, they're a news service.
Here's the guy.
What did he say? Okay, I'll be right out here. Times Square was named for the New York Times newspaper, which had their office here. That's why they have all these news things all over the place. Look at the no spin, no talking points, Chris Matthews. This is 7th Avenue. Europa Cafe. That is a side of a building. It's actually a screen.
creative.
So what do you figure this is? 7th to 8th?
One more block.
I think that's where they dropped the ball on New Year's Eve. If not, it's the one right behind me. There's ABC. Stevie, see the cameras in there? That's where they do Good Morning America from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Take a video of it?
Right up there. Good Morning America. Simpsons movie. That's where we just walked from. Right down there is the Hubert Theater.
Starlight Deli.
the old theater. I'll just get ready to cross over here. That's where the Spamalot is.
Yeah.
Ambassador Theater, he's got Chicago.
That might be. You said she wasn't that big. It used to be, I think you said like a mistake, you're not. Because, you know, if you don't pay the mortgage, you got somebody right behind you. Do you remember what a table was? I'm asking you too many questions. No, not too many questions. Oh, that's what you're going to know. He doesn't come back to there. Everything is new. Excuse me, they cover it up.
Broadway, the best known address in the world.
They cover it up. Now, so just Friday when you came around, and you saw a fast food combine.
Okay, Stevie, go over by the sign that's in the, who has the song? Rancid. 52nd Street and Broadway. Stevie's gonna sing that. Down there's the Neil Simon Theater.
Let's go up with Dave Letterman.
Let's go see Dave Letterman. I'd like to go back to that deli.
This way, right on the corner. Over here.
Okay, here we are. We're still walking down Broadway. We got the Broadway Theater with the color purple. There's that gentleman's club they gave you the paper for, right across the street. Yeah, because they're gentlemen. We're like Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra in the movie New York, New York. They're sailors on leave, and they get a 24-hour pass. So they got to see everything in one day. The CVS store. Yeah. Yeah. CVS. What? Gay Street. Yeah.
Thank you, young lady. You need $1 more, right?
Yeah.
And go somewhere and be like, I need to just turn it off. Or burn it on to
Okay, we're going over to Central Park.
It was too clean.
Columbus Circle.
How about a cherry shot around the park?
Thanks.
Sorry. You can ride.
Isn't this funny? Baby. This is amazing. And you know how long this goes?
Miles. A couple miles.
You probably get a kid running. I don't even see anybody running.
There's people running over through there and biking.
Yeah, bike.
down in Washington Square, and they're making speeches all the time. They're always hollering about something. But as long as we don't touch anybody, nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Like you've left the city.
Look what this guy says, Stevie. Stevie, look what this guy says.
Central Park. Stevie's impressed.
You can come up to in a minute, you're here.
So Stevie, what do you think?
I like it. I like Central Park.
So all you have to do is get several thousand a month and live in one of those apartment buildings, and you're right here.
You can get a job that that guy's doing. Right when you're around on the bicycle through the park, then you don't have to do your exercises. That's it.
Right, that's your exercise.
But that was the time period.